Joining us now in our Cracked Racquets booth is our winner of our first match on day 2. An incredible performance from her, Marine Partaud. Marine, bonjour. Comment ça va?
Ça va très bien, merci. Et toi?
Comme c'est comme ça. Il fait chaud. Parce que I don't know the rest. Anyways, that's all I got.
That's a good start.
I appreciate that, and it's great to have you here in the booth. And, I want to ask you a couple of things, but let's start with your match today. What a topsy-turvy affair. You go down 4-love in the first 20 minutes. You manage to fight back from there. Just talk a little bit about your performance today.
Yeah, it was a tough match. It was hot, and I was sore from my match yesterday, so I had a tough start, in the morning like that. Your body feels sore, so it was kind of complicated at the beginning, but I tried to manage to fight and trying to get back in the game, and that's how I made the victory, I guess. I mean, I don't know how, but I just fought and trying to feel better on court, better and better, and then my back starting to feel better too because it got warmer, so it was easier at the end, but at the beginning was a tough start.
Yeah, no, again, it was such a great match to start our day, obviously, for you to go down the way you worked, to come back, win that in a third set. But you talk about your body hurting. The obvious thing, in the air right now, no one's been playing pro tennis due to this global pandemic. For you to come back out here, get competitive matches, has it been difficult just getting back in that competitive environment?
Yeah, I mean, when you don't play a match for a while, it's always hard to get reused to play matches, like competitive matches, even though there are exhibition matches, it's still like a high level and we take it very seriously, so it's tough to get back at our level that we were before, but we were training during this pandemic here and there. We couldn't have really a routine, so trying to get back on court and just playing some matches feels good now, and I hope we're going to get back on tour soon.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, for us, it's just fun to see all of you play again. And, again, to get to your tennis specifically, for you to have that sort of, this 3-month gap for so many tennis players. It's probably the first time they've been forced to, be away from the court from 3 months. How weird has that been for you to not even have the option to play tournaments right now?
Yeah, it was really weird, to have kind of normal life, not being traveling all around the world, from hotel to hotel, restaurant to restaurant, just having just a base and stay at our base for more than 3-4 weeks in a row. It's something that we're not used to it, so it felt different, I would say, but I could get some good aspect of it too, I improved on my kitchen skills, cooker skills.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was different, and I could manage to still playing, so I never kind of stopped really for multiple weeks. So I was happy about that, because back in France the situation was worse than in the US at the beginning. So I could manage to still practice and get in touch with the ball. So. But it was different times. Yeah, it's weird times, but what else we can do? So we're just trying to occupy our time, and I also have a scholarship by distance, so my days were pretty busy. So I'm glad I went through it, and I hope it's going to be ending soon, though, because I want to go back on tour soon.
Yeah, of course, and I know, as speaking from the tennis fan perspective, we all miss seeing you all play on tour. Sort of mentioned you got the chance to go back to France, hopefully before everything shut down.
So I was in France when everything shut down, and I decided to come here in the middle of March. And since then I didn't go back to France. Maybe I will come back during the summer to see my family and everybody there. But I don't know if I will be able to come back. So it's kind of a tough decision right now. So I don't really know what to do. So it's tough. I'll see in the following weeks what I do.
Yeah, no, not to get too serious on you, but that does sound like an incredibly difficult decision. What ultimately led you to come here mid-March to spend some time in the States?
Because I have a base of practice in Boca Raton where I practice, and I have some good friends there too, and I know the weather was better in March than in France, and I knew that I could practice more maybe here in the US than back in France because everything was shut down. So that's why I decided to come, and well, it was a good option because then we had those exhibition tournaments and this tournament. we have many more things organized here that I had the chance to play. So that's I'm very glad about it. And yeah, that's really nice that I got invited to that tournament. I'm really glad to be here and to play this.
Yeah. No, I'm glad to hear it. And, for you, again, is this your first time to top seed? And curious what you think of this facility.
Oh, that's my second time.
Second time. You were here in February. Yes, yeah, I knew that.
After my tournament in Midland, I came here and to play the tournament, but the weather was completely different.
We were indoors.
I remember putting the heater on maximum when I got in the car, and now I put the AC maximum. So it's totally different, but it's a nice place. I like it here, and the organizers are amazing. I mean, John is running the thing very, very amazingly. So, like he does for the tournament in February. So, I'm happy to be back here and having some fun here with the girls and everything. It feels like it's like a pre-start tour gathering with the pro players and everything.
Yeah,
so.
No, like an advanced pre-season for you. No, for sure. And again, you sort of talk about, you mentioned this earlier, how much you miss competing. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and we're still a month away from an official start to the ITF WTA circuit, but just curious how you're feeling personally, because it's such an individual decision whether you're comfortable to come back, start playing events or not. Should the tour go on as scheduled, how does Marine Partaud feel about resuming play?
Well, of course, like all the other players, I want to play. I want so badly to come back and play, but I don't think right now is reasonable for the situation going on. I mean, you see the cases in Florida, you see the cases in the USA, especially, like it's increasing every day. So I don't think it's a really safe decision for sanitary rules to get back on tour in like 1 month or a couple of weeks, because it's not only about us, it's about everything and everybody around us. And okay, if we got the COVID, maybe it's not going to affect us, maybe we won't have symptoms, but then if we give it to someone, then maybe they can be in trouble. Or so that's really complicated situation, and I think it's not really reasonable. And I think the tour can't have enough COVID-19 tests for every tournament going on every week starting from the August 3rd. We just need to wait a little bit for the tour to come back. And also I would feel bad to play and get some points at the same time as some people can't even travel, can't even leave their country. I mean, I think it's really unfair for them. And I know South Americans, they can't leave their country until September. So what if I play tournaments and then I got points and then not even able to travel? Like, it's so unfair, for them. So it's just more point of view of everybody. It's not my point of view, or it's just, I think it's unfair. But the ATP and WTA, they don't really listen to us right now. They're just thinking about the businesses of the tournament and the money and everything. So it's tough for everybody. I can understand that they have a lot of issues with money if the Grand Slam don't happen. But we also have to think about our health, because it's the priority, and the health of everybody around us.
No, of course. I mean, I'm not even comfortable getting a haircut yet, as you can see. And so I could like to ask Pete to go to Uzbekistan to play a 25K. It's just not going to happen. But,
Can we go together, though? Because I need the haircut, too.
That's a date. Yeah, I'm 100% in. No, these are actually haircut chairs. Super producer Daniel
after that.
Snip. But, no, I mean, to your point, you sort of nailed it, and you started alluding to it earlier. There are so many competing interests in tennis, right? There's this federation, that federation, this tournament, this tour level event, whatever it may be. Not to ask you to criticize them directly if you don't think it's necessary, but how difficult has it been coordinating amongst all the various interests? And, how has the communication been between the organization of tennis and all of the players?
Well, actually, during all these tough times, we didn't really have news from the international authorities. Like, we have very few emails about the situation. We didn't get informed about the coming back. Like, nothing. I feel like we're just leftovers, and just maybe the top 100 player got more informed than us, the ITF players. And I think everything should just be simplified, like with one big entity, and then every player is just informed as he should be, because everybody's practicing, everybody is in the same basket right now, and we just left like this on the court and not even informed about anything, and we just been informed like the tour is gonna come back in August 3rd, but then that's just the information suddenly come out, and we're not even advertised about that, we're not even questioned about that. And I mean, we're the main actors of those, I know there's the money and the sponsor behind that, but we have to think about the sports and the athletes before thinking about the business. That's what I think.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. And, as we've seen so many people test positive, as you mentioned, it's so important that tennis take this necessary safety regulations so that, again, we get the chance to see players like you play. One last one for you, then we'll let you go, because, I'm sure you've been here all day. Let's have a little bit of fun. I've been asking all of the players this. Let's say, again, the WTA comes to you, because it's not like they're going to communicate with you, beforehand, and they say, sorry, this is your quarantine crew, the 8 players that are part of this weekend's event. And they say, Marine, you can pick one of these players, and they do that accent as well. They say, Marine, and you're like, oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, with this accent, it's important.
Exactly. You're like, are you talking to me? That's not my name, but whatever. Anyways, for you, they come to you and they say, you can pick one of the fellow players you are with this weekend to travel with you as your coach for the next year of your career. Which player are you picking and why?
You mean from this exhibition?
From this weekend's event.
From this weekend?
We're asking all of them, so.
Maybe Shelby. Maybe
really?
Shelby, because she's the more experienced.
No, there's nothing wrong with that answer, too. I'd be like, teach me that serve. Just what do I have to do to hit the ball that cleanly? Yeah, yeah, and I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, I would pick all of them, but maybe Shelby with our experience on tour and everything she went through.
Yeah, of course. The follow-up to that, if you could pick one part of their game and make it your own, any of the players here, if you take any part of their game, what are you taking? Other than, obviously, again, his beautiful hair.
I would take maybe Jenny's serve.
Okay.
I like Jenny's serve. I think it's really clean, and yeah, I like it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a great kick. All great choices, of course. Well, again, congratulations to you on your win, and thank you for chatting with us today.
Thank you.